Hello and welcome to bestliquidherbs.com. My name is James Costello and I'm visiting with Carl Robinson and Joan Robinson with Cedar Bear Naturals. Carl is the founder and co-owner of Cedar Bear Naturals. He is a clinical and formulary herbalist. Joan is also a co-owner of Cedar Bear Naturals and is a traditional herbalist.
Cedar Bear Naturals is about innovation. We do things differently. You might say we think outside the box, while the rest of the industry adheres to an old 150-year-old model. We respect those models, but we've taken that information and that approach to herbalism and brought it into the modern world with proprietary technologies, a unique model that we use, and the end result being products that not only work, they actually taste good.
Cedar Bear Carl developed the formulas for the first children's line of liquid herbal products.
That was commercially available. Nothing had been commercially available before for a full line of formulas.
The first liquid herbal product line for pets, and the first liquid herbal product line for horses.
Well, tinctract is a term that I came up with clear back in 1982 when I first developed the first generation tinctract process. As we say, it's more than a tincture, it's more than an extract, it's a tinctract. This combination of the passive and the aggressive is embodied in the word tinctract. That's a good question. Alcohol versus glycerin. Glycerin is a much more versatile extractive solvent. You can do more with it. It gets out a lot of unique flavors in a way alcohol doesn't. It takes out certain nutrients and other food components. Many of those components have qualities very similar to that found in the medicinal corrective constituents of herbs. Alcohol denatures and renders inert many of the very constituents that are being sought for and extracted. Why extract something if you're going to end up with a denatured or the alcohol renders it inert? We never use alcohol at any time because I don't want to get a constituent out and then realize, oh, it's inert or it's been denatured.
Let's talk about potency and dosing and things like that.
One of the big questions that comes up is the herb to fluid ratio. That's a big one. We can have a company that three companies, A, B, C, that all claim 4-to-1 herb ratio. That means they've used 4 pounds of herb to 1 pound of fluid in the finished product. Company A took only 2 hours to do their product. Company B may take 2 days, 2 weeks. Company C, on the other hand, may take a month to 2 months. So you can see that the herb to fluid ratio now becomes irrelevant because the processing standard for each of those three is different. So it's a poor standard upon which to base the quality of an herb. It really is. Even so, based on 3 criteria that we use as a mathematical construct from what the competition recommends on their product labels, what we know is stated as used as far as their herb to fluid ratio, and then what we've gotten is clinical feedback from people using our products. We have actually been able to establish an herb to fluid ratio equivalency, and it's a very accurate equivalency. Currently, the tinctract is a 5-to-1 herb to fluid ratio equivalency.
Wow.
Yeah,
Now when we're talking about the dosing, that's in the processing. Now when you go to what's in the bottle that the consumer uses, our products are so concentrated and so biologically viable that a very small amount does a very large amount in the body.
That makes a huge difference when it comes to cost, doesn't it?
Oh, yes.
absolutely.
Yeah, so if I got a 1 ounce bottle from one company that it takes a half teaspoon per dose, that bottle may last me, 2 months maybe. And if we go to Cedar Bear products and they're a quarter, that means that's what stretches from 2 months down to, or I mean go the other way, goes for 1 month, then goes to 2 months
Right.
from the other. So basically, if I'm paying a larger sum for your 1 ounce, I'm getting really more for my buck in the long run.
Absolutely.
In fact, we are in the process of encouraging the stores to start showing, like the supermarkets do, what a per dose cost is of the product, doing it on the basis of per dose, because in the stores, you go into the stores and it'll tell you what the per serving cost is, or the per ounce cost. They'll use a per ounce cost. For us, we can actually do a per dose cost.
Yeah, that makes sense, so that
Yeah.
the consumer knows what they're really paying for.
Right.
We'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. And just remember that Cedar Bear Naturals, one of the best liquid products on the market. That's why we've put it on our site as a dedicated product. And so take the time, go drill down through all those different pages that we have, get educated on it, and try the product out. Thank you.